Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today in our today's episode of Ik Mulaqat. Today, we have a very special guest with us. Her name is Khushbu Sahu. She's better known as Grace G. She had been in the fast fashion industry for multiple years, where she had seen immense success. She worked with the European as well as the American market, where she had seen multiple success, but she wanted to do something different in her life, and then she began the occult science career where she worked with 7,000 plus people and she helped them gain better clarity in their personal as well as professional life. She also has multiple awards like the Women Leadership Award, Women Empowerment Award, and the Indian Icon Awards. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Namaste, everybody.
Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's really our pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Well, Grace, I would like to know from you how would you like to introduce yourself for the person who doesn't know you?
I would like to introduce myself as Sevak, somebody who is just a vessel to help people. It's like कि हम तो महज एक जरिया है, बाकी तो जो वो कहते हैं वो हम करते जाते हैं और लोग अपने आप ही मिलते जाते हैं.
Absolutely, that's wonderful introduction. Absolutely, like you are just the Jariya, but and then it's already decided, pre-decided, like how we are gonna
Yes.
connect with people. Grace, I would like to understand from you when did you decided to start your career in occult sciences? You as you said that you were in the fast fashion industry and then you saw your family doing it, but nobody took it as a career, and you started. So what was the mindset there?
See, I already had a background where my parents also are, you can say, having a mystical background. But in 2010, I had a lot of premonitions, dreams, where I was able to predict certain events which actually happened. And that's when I realized I am for this field. And then I began my journey of learning. So it is, I am a student of occult science. I'm not a practitioner yet. There is so much new to learn every day. Since 2010, I have started my professional learning career, and 2020, I started doing it professionally. 2024, I launched myself completely into this field. So it
Mm-hmm.
was a huge learning which backed up my professional career along with my job in fashion field.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you saw things happening around in your own family, and then you learn, and then that's how you got interested in this field, and you began. And
That is not
seeing,
entirely that is not entirely something which pushed me into this career, but it was also the global warming, the landfills created due to the fast fashion industry, the cloth dumping, the carbon footprint, actually, all these things. And then nobody was happy. Like, even having a big, huge wardrobe, nobody was happy. And then learning about consumer behavior in my fashion field, learning about human design, that really triggered this kind of interest, and it intrigued how everybody is behaving, how everybody is living their life. That intrigued all these things. But
yeah.
yes, the driver is always the external forces, the mystical forces, I would say. So yes, it is all a part of awakening.
Absolutely. And then that's how, as you said, like self-awareness, and then everything has a ripple effect. And if a person can work on themselves, and definitely it will create ripple effect, and then that it will have a like bigger impact in the society. Absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
Well, I have been hearing from a lot of people, people get confused with occult sciences, astrology, tarot card reading. Often this is like taken as like mistermed, and how would you like to differentiate it? What are similarities or differences are there in all of these things?
Okay. So when we are talking about astrology, whenever a person uses this word astrology, it refers to the 9 planets which are in our solar system, which goes around the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and their impact on an individual life, on the body level, physical and mental and emotional level. So you can take moon, you can take Jupiter, you can take all these Mars. When you are talking about these planets, the alignment of these planets and the person behaving in a certain way. So that's all is astrology. It is backed by science, and it includes three, four streams, which is astronomy, biology, and the science of energy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when we are talking about occult science, we are talking about the energy, person's energetic field, we call it aura, the five energy field which is composed of a body. Like if I'm talking about you, so you have five uh, auras, okay, five energy fields. So you are the physical manifestation of somebody's desire. But then there are four other energy fields which get connected first, and then your physical body meets. So that is occult science. It is a random science, or it is not a proper science, because the case studies cannot be included. They are mystery.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Yeah.
is occult science.
Well, do you use astrology along with occult sciences to give like wholesome
Oh,
result?
yes. Big time.
Okay.
European astrology, Indian astrology, Chinese astrology, they all play a crucial part when I'm doing somebody's reading. I
Mm-hmm.
include Chinese astrology also.
Okay, that's really nice. Like wholesome, like whatever is required in order to give the complete result, and then to give proper conclusion of what should be done or should be doing moving further. That's wonderful and quite impressive. Like Chinese and then European, American, and all of those terminologies which you just used.
Mm.
Well, moving further, I would like to ask you, since you mentioned that you have worked with 7,000 plus clients, you might be hearing like some sort of story about reading truly changed someone's life. You might have like your own some sort of testimonials where reading has changed their life. They came with some sort of problems and clarity, but they at the end they have clarity and then the success started to come in their own life. If you would like to give some
Mhm.
example.
Yes. So there were certain people who approached me for their kids back in 2012 or 14, when they knew that I was just practicing or learning. Then they grew trust, and whatever inputs I gave in, they created results, because those people were action takers. Okay, I would like to mention this
Yeah,
word. Were doers, they were action takers. They did it. So they consulted me when their kids were going to the colleges, picking the right college, picking the right state, picking the right jobs, picking the right person. So, I saw people growing. Like 10 years is not a less time. So I saw people
absolutely.
growing out of from their adolescence to their adulthood. Now they're married, they have kids. So for their kids' name also, they came to me, and that was like something, like it's my community. I have seen
Yeah.
this kid growing up.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Like
such
you've
cases.
seen in the family, like how you helped each person. That person was the kid that time, and then now an adult, married, and you were still helping, like the lifelong help you are giving, and to the whole
Yes.
family. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, there are many people who feel stuck in their life and then they don't know what to do moving further, which direction to take in order to get the right decision, multiple options, multiple directions, but unsure which direction could be the best direction for them. How to gain clarity and how you could, as a occult science reader, you can help.
So first thing, I see the profile of the person. There is the profile not only includes just the name and the date of birth, but the face. I do the face reading. I do the behavioral science reading. Like I see the overall behavior of that person, the tone, the vocabulary that person uses, the way they sit, the way they talk, the way they express their problem is also something that indicates a lot about, or that talks a lot about that person's attitude, which may have created the problems, which may have impacted his life in a negative way. Okay, their own generational patterns, family patterns, which he has not grown out of. So
Mm-hmm.
evolution is not there. So once I have a full understanding of his own profile, then I go into the date of birth, the time of birth, the place of birth, which we do in Kundali. No, like, we read the Kundali part. Then
Yeah.
I help them with the correct measures, which I have figured out that NLP does the best help for the
Mm-hmm.
person to first physically, energetically come out of that zoning area where that person feels disconnected with the life. And then I help them grow emotionally well. And then, it is a mental clarity that comes. So first thing I help them with is the food intake they are doing, the gut health correction. If
Mm-hmm.
the gut is not healthy, the emotions are not right, and that is probably the reason they are taking wrong decisions.
Yeah.
Then energetically putting them out of their place by helping them grounding. Once they are grounding well, they know their energies are rooted, and now they cannot take any silly decisions,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
everything is in the head, right? You need to materialize it. You need to put that on a piece of paper, and see what works, what is just an imagination,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's how I help people. So it can be a 21 days challenge, it can be a 40 days challenge, it can be a 60 days challenge. But that person need to be action taker.
Yeah. And on what basis do you decide how many days challenge would be the fruitful in order to get the result out of that?
No, so it's not what I decide, it's what the person decide. See, I'm
Okay.
just a coach. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can only tell something. That is just 50%. But
Mm-hmm.
the 50% of the work which the person achieves is his own efforts and willingness to achieve something. Understand, there are people who have lack mindset. They will always believe that if in no matter what I do, I cannot achieve it. And there are people who have abundant mindset. They know if they have to reach a goal by hook or by crook, they have to come out of their poverty, they have to come out of their stagnancy. They will make heavens, they will move the mountains.
Exactly,
And that is
100%.
how I decide. I know that person will take 21 days. I ask that person to take the commitment from their side. So it is their
Absolutely.
willingness. I don't decide. I know how
Absolutely,
much
that
time they
makes
take.
sense. Hmm.
Yeah.
And also, it depends on person to person that in how many days the person can work better and then remain committed, and or if they need longer duration of time or the days.
It is not just the person only, it is the environment, it is the resources, it is the set of responsibilities on their head. So various other factors also matter on the practical ground. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, it is the willingness of the person to come out of that situation that
Yeah,
matters.
absolutely. And as you also mentioned that you first of all, first step to work on is to work on the gut, the food, the kind of food we
Yes,
take, and with that only the kind of
yes,
mind state we have, with thoughts we
yes.
have. So definitely food plays crucial role. I have read it in multiple magazines as well. So yeah, that's wonderful, very impressive. Also, there are like few things I'd been hearing from people. Let's say that for occult sciences, there are many people who face anger, frustration, unclear clarity what to do in life, and often sad in their life. They no excitement, no enthusiasm for doing something great. So how occult sciences can help them, and you as a coach can help them to get out of those phase, and then have a like happy life and cheerful life.
Okay, so this is something very interesting. It's a scientific research. If you sit with a productive person, your own productivity, just by sitting next to that person or just by being that next to that person, your productivity increase by 15%.
Mm-hmm,
Okay. But
absolutely.
if you're sitting with a unproductive person, a person who just talks and does nothing, your productivity goes down by 30%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. This is research based talk. Okay. And when you know you are in the right company, first thing you need to do is to switch the people with whom you sit every day. because they, even if they are not talking, even if you are not exchanging ideas, just by sitting next to that person, if you're not in that high vibrational zone, just by sitting next to that person, you will get affected. So the first thing you need
Absolutely.
to do is to make yourself mentally strong by isolating yourself from such environment. If you're living in such environment, if you're living in uh, very poor places and you are surrounded by such things, so you cannot remove that in a day. But if you can just remove yourself mentally, emotionally from that space, and always use every inch of your hour to do the productive side, to do the higher vibrational operations or the process, it will take you out of it. So it is sheer, mindset.
Absolutely. And as it is widely said, if you are surrounded with five studious person, you'll be the number six studious person. If you are surrounded with five travelers, you'll be the number six traveler. And also, if you are surrounding yourself with five idiots, you will be the number six one. So yeah, that's the fun thing, the jokes aside, but
Yes,
yeah,
but
that's absolutely true.
I would like to add one thing. This is absolutely true, but in the initial stages, once you become that superhuman person, once you
Mhm.
become that strong mindset person, no matter with whom you are sitting with, it doesn't matter. But you have to climb, you have to take that leap of faith. You have
Yeah,
to take that confidence that I can do anything, I can achieve anything.
yeah,
That that thing
absolutely.
also can change.
And that takes quite a lot of time. Some time, like it's
Yes.
difficult to not get affected by the people with whom we are surrounded with. A lot of like
Yes.
concentration, focused, and determination, and to become that individual. I think there are very quite few people who have that strong control in their own life. Can tarot card reading or occult science can help to become that individual?
Yes, definitely, because it is the first step of becoming aware and taking informed decisions, making
Hmm.
informed choices. Okay, so that is the first step. You should become aware of what you're going through,
Yeah.
what is happening really in your life, what is right. Come out of that illusion, or of palace of illusion, where you are living with certain yes and no's, and
Hmm.
break the pattern. And then once you have utilized your situational awareness through tarot or occult sciences, then you can walk through that door, and choose the right path for you. So that is an initial step, I would say, where you become aware that okay, I am this. Because once you start living in a certain situation for a very long time, you forget what else is possible.
Absolutely,
Okay.
that is absolutely true. When you're saying that, I could definitely relate it with myself. Well, I'm a hybrid worker. 2 days when I go to office, I tend to be more productive when I see people around me working hard and discussing things and doing things. And
Yes.
in 2 days only, I feel like a lot of confidence has been boosted in me, talking to
Hmm.
professionals, senior leaders. And then rest 4 days, I'm at home, like a bit less productive, and then kind of like up and down of the energy. So
Hmm.
definitely, but yeah, occult science and tarot card reading, I would like to come to you and then discuss in detail that how could I become that individual even if I'm not surrounded. I would like to
Hmm.
stay with that energy in me.
Yes, you can do that.
Definitely. Well, it's time for a short break now. We'll be back in a short break. Thank you so much.
हम प्रायः अपने घर के आसपास या सड़क पर कचरे में से रोटी ढूंढते हुए बच्चे देखते हैं। कई छोटे छोटे मासूम बच्चे भी मांग कर अपना पेट भरते हैं। कई बार तो उन्हें भूखा ही सोना पड़ता है। तो कुछ बच्चे फटे हुए कपड़ों के साथ भरी ठंड में ठिठुरते हुए पूरा दिन भेड़ बकरियों को चराते हैं। कईयों के तन पर वस्त्र नहीं तो कईयों के पेट पीठ से लगे हुए, अर्थात कई दिनों से भोजन ही नहीं किया। ऐसे बच्चों को देखकर दिल रोता है और आवाज आती है कि जब मेरा बच्चा अच्छे स्कूल में पढ़ने जाता है, अच्छा भोजन करता है, महंगे खिलौनों से खेलता है, तो इन बच्चों का क्या कसूर है? क्या इन्हें मैं ये सब उपलब्ध नहीं करा सकता? जब इनकी झोपड़ी में जाकर देखा तो पाया कि माता पिता रोज मजदूरी करते हैं, रोज आटा दाल लाते हैं और बमुश्किल 2 समय का पेट भर पाते हैं, तो ये अपने बच्चों को कैसे पढ़ाएं लिखाएं?
मैं पढ़ना चाहती हूँ, पढ़ लिख कर अच्छी मैडम बनकर सबको पढ़ाना चाहती हूँ, लेकिन क्या करूँ, मेरे सारे सपने उजड़ गए। पापा कोई काम नहीं करते, माँ दूसरों को मजदूरी करती है, दिन भर काम ही काम करना पड़ता, कैसे पढ़ूँ मैं?
इस स्थिति से उबारने के लिए नारायण सेवा संस्थान ने नारायण चिल्ड्रन एकेडमी की रचना की सुविधाएं वैसी ही दी जा रही हैं जैसे हम हमारे बच्चों को देते हैं। इन बच्चों को संस्कारित बनाने के लिए विभिन्न प्रकार के धार्मिक और आध्यात्मिक वातावरण में इन्हें रखा जाता है, जिसमें श्रीमद् भागवत गीता, रामायण, शिव पुराण आदि के प्रसंग एवं विभिन्न प्रकार के श्लोकों से ये प्रेम, स्नेह, आत्मीयता, सहिष्णुता एवं मर्यादा से भरे जीवन जीने के गुण सीखते हैं।
मेरा नाम ईश्वरलाल बुमरिया, मैं क्लास 5वीं में पढ़ता हूँ। मेरा स्कूल का नाम नारायण चिल्ड्रन एकेडमी है। मैं बड़ा होकर डॉक्टर बनूंगा। मुझे मेरा स्कूल बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
संस्थान का लक्ष्य है कि भारत में सभी निर्धन बंधुओं के बच्चों को गुणवत्ता एवं संस्कार युक्त निःशुल्क शिक्षा प्राप्त हो एवं वो भविष्य में स्वामी विवेकानंद, रामकृष्ण परमहंस, मदर टेरेसा अथवा डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर जैसे महापुरुषों के पथ का अनुगमन कर पाएं। लेकिन हम अकेले नहीं कर पाएंगे ये पुनीत कार्य। आपका साथ आवश्यक है। एक गरीब निर्धन परिवार बड़गांव पंचायत में रहता है, जिसकी स्थिति को देखकर दिल दुखी हो जाता है। वो है नगीना गमेती। नगीना और बच्चों की हालत देखकर ऐसा लगता है कि मानो एक आंधी का झोंका आएगा जो इनके आसरे को उड़ा ले जाएगा। क्या बीतती होगी इन बच्चों पर जब सर्दी और बारिश का मौसम हो। न सोने की न पहनने की मुकम्मल व्यवस्था। नगीना के पति को कभी कभी दिन दहाड़ी की मजदूरी नहीं मिलती है, तब चाय पिलाकर बच्चों को भूखा ही सुला देती है।
मजदूरी एक ही करते हैं, हम घर पे रहते हैं, ये बच्चों को पालते हैं, वो लाते हैं तो खाली एक घर का ये घर में ही खर्चा हो जाता है। बहुत दुखी है। कभी पैसे नहीं लाते तो जैसी हो जैसी साग, कभी मरसों से रोटी खा लेते। बच्चों को कहाँ से पढ़ाए, पैसे ही नहीं कपड़े ला सकते, नहीं कुछ नहीं।
ऐसी दीनता में नारायण सेवा संस्थान का नारायण चिल्ड्रन एकेडमी ने इनके बच्चों को पढ़ाने का जिम्मा उठाया। आज परिवार बच्चों की अच्छी उन्नत शिक्षा को पाकर बहुत ही प्रसन्न है।
हमारे बच्चे अभी पढ़ते हैं, जो अभी बहुत खुश हूँ।
इस छोटे से कमरे में 3 बच्चे माँ पत्नी रहते हैं।
भाई मेरा बच्चा मजदूरी जाके लेके आते हैं और जाता है तो खाते हैं, नहीं तो कोई मतलब वाली बात भी नहीं है। हम कभी भूखे होते हैं, कभी कैसे होते हैं। छोटा सा मकान है मेरा, खेती बाड़ी कुछ है नहीं मेरे, और मजदूरी जाके बच्चे पत्थर की मजदूरी जाओ, कभी मिलती है कभी नहीं मिलती है।
अगर नारायण चिल्ड्रन एकेडमी नहीं होती तो अपने माँ बाप की तरह अनपढ़ भटकते ये बच्चे। इन बच्चों को संस्थान पढ़ा रही है।
मेरे बच्चे पढ़ते हैं, बहुत खुश हो गई मैं तो। मैंने क्या, मेरी बच्चों की जिंदगी सदर गई है।
ये बच्चे इंसान बन जाएंगे, ये बड़ी कृपा है इस परिवार पर। ये कहना है इस निर्धन परिवार का।
नारायण अग्रणी भगवान अच्छा है, मेरी बच्चों की जिंदगी हदारी बहुत भला करे भगवान।
No drama, no exaggeration, just the truth. A complete news bulletin. MATV brings you Doordarshan News at 7 a.m., 11:30 a.m., 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. News the way it should be. हजारों लोग हर रोज सुबह से रात तक कभी न कभी एमए टीवी जरूर देखते हैं. They might be your future customers, but you have to tell them about your products and services. Let's grow your business with MATV. Advertise, promote and market your product and services on MATV. Call MATV Sales on 07970337036 or 0208 795 0026.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back from the break. We'll continue our conversation with Grace G about occult sciences. Welcome back,
Yes.
Grace.
Thank you so much.
All right, so continue our conversation. I would like to ask the questions which I had been hearing from a lot of people around me that tarot card reading, occult sciences, these are superstitious things. They don't believe it. So, did you interact with any people who initially hesitate to believe on this, but later they believed on it and they were very happy that they came in contact with you and they had success moving further?
Oh, yes, many of them.
Mm-hmm.
If we talk about engineers, doctors, it's really hard to sell them this that such thing happens, or they will not accept it. So in that case, it started with my own family where we have two engineers, and they never accepted it. But the kind of journey they have seen, the kind of success they have seen me having it in my personal life, or when people coming to my house telling my mother that your daughter helped me and now she's placed in a good place, or now this business is running good. So that was itself a testimony for my family. So I converted my family members also into the believer. And then
Yeah,
it's a word of mouth game.
absolutely.
So
So let's say,
everybody, yeah.
let's say for the this one, if somebody came just because their mom asked him to go and talk to you and then see if that's the perfect thing for you, how do you talk about occult sciences? What is it?
So I always say that take it as a sportsmanship. Don't take it really hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself also that you have to create certain results. Just take it as a sportsmanship. Try this as an adventure. Try this as you try new clothes, new dish, and you use it in your life. Occult science is nothing but your own biology, your own thought process, your own telepathy with different people, and how you think in a day. That is the beginning of occult science, and rest everything just falls in place. Like gratitude also comes into occult science, you know that
Mm-hmm. Okay,
it is
I didn't
used as
know.
a
Mm-hmm.
manifestation technique.
That's
Gratitude is also used in. So these are small things which are based on your morals, ethical
mm-hmm.
living, which you use in your daily life. If you just start with that, so occult also covers those things. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so beginning is very interesting. If you just get the heck of it, that okay, this saying just a thank you or a sorry is creating such an impact in my life. If I'm forgiving, if I'm able to let go of person through visualization technique, in NLP we have this technique of ballooning, letting the balloon go, or doing the fire ritual, which is an occult science practice. If you
Mm-hmm.
just use all these techniques in the daily lives, which you would have already done it, like if you are angry, you would have just stored something, picture, contract, something.
Yeah.
That is also cord cutting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Okay.
interesting. That's just doing
Yes.
the same thing, but in a like if we do it intentionally, that creates a like lot of like good energy in our life and makes us
Yes.
feel relaxed by just letting them free. And then in our own
Yes.
mind, we like
Yeah.
in ourselves only we feel so relaxed that we are like, okay,
Hmm.
new energy, new thing. Let's put our energy in the right direction where we will see the success.
Yes.
If you would like to describe any incident or any specific examples of people who came to you, had very skeptical mindset, but later they changed their mind.
So there is one such incident which I would like to say that, of course, my number is circulated in many groups and places where we have done publicity and marketing. So there were kind of people who used who were perverted, I would say. I would put
Mm-hmm.
it in that manner. But then eventually I told them that please help me with, please let me help you. Just give me where you are stuck in your life. And eventually, after 2 or 3 conversations, they opened up about their own case. And then I helped them. They did something, some rituals, which I told them, and they got success. Okay, and it is not something which will happen overnight. I would like to break this. There is no overnight success. I would like to quote an incident from the
Mm-hmm.
mythology. Can
Yep,
I do
sure.
that?
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So if you see Ram, we call it as demigod, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hanuman, we call it demigod. But when Lakshman got hit by a arrow, the person told them that you need a particular medicine.
Yeah.
And Hanumanji went, took it, came back, and did all the rituals to revive Lakshman. They were
Yes.
all demigods. They would have just done it through chanting, through doing some hocus pocus, but no, they followed the process.
Absolutely true. Yeah. Right now, I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yes, so
Falling
the
process
process
brings
is
the
important.
results. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
So
when you do
falling.
such things,
Following the
yeah,
right process is very important. Like even the
yeah,
God has followed the process. Even they could have gone for shortcut, but they didn't. Following the
yes,
process brings the best result and like more systematic.
yes.
That's wonderful. Moving ahead, I would like to talk here about your bigger mission, the real world impact. Since you said that in personal healing, like people, if the person is able to heal their own wound, they can heal for the entire world, society. So how do you
Mhm.
what's your belief on that? Why do you say that the first of all we need to work on our own self and heal our own wound and then think about the society, and that will anyways will act as a ripple effect and work for the society and then to the whole world.
So I'm a believer that we all have the essence of God in us. We are spiritual being having a human experience. And there is a phrase in Sanatan Dharma which is called Aham Brahmasmi. Like we are the creator of our own lives.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the beginning of that reality begins in your thoughts. So your thoughts create your reality, and your subconscious mind, which is a recorder, is manifesting every minute what your next moment will be. So when you are working on yourself, when you are changing your own reality, you are creating a new reality for people who are living with you.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually, your healing give rise to or give way to other people who are living with you to heal again with you. Okay, you
Yeah.
become the source of inspiration. You become their sun,
Yeah.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
our light changes their light. It puts light in their darkness.
Absolutely true.
So, so once you become aware and awakened, the small little things which you become grateful for will be reflected back into the society, because at some point we are all connected.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not happy, it will affect somebody else in the house who loves me more,
Absolutely. Absolutely
right?
true. Mm-hmm.
So when I am going up, even my haters will start following me to become better in their life. So
Mm-hmm.
setting the right example would be to heal yourself.
Absolutely. To put this in other word, let's say in my house, if my mom is unhappy, if something didn't go well, the whole house will be very sad and unhappy environment. And if she's happy, everybody's happy, the whole house is happy without any reason. So that definitely creates a ripple effect. And for other example, let's say like I was staying with a lot of my friend, all of us were looking for the job and then working hard. Then by just by seeing other people, okay, let's do it together. Let that motivation, that energy definitely creates ripple effect around us, and then we tend to do it a lot better and then energetic, motivated.
Yes.
Hmm. When you're saying that, I could relate it. That definitely works. And if we do it in a process through occult science and then take the guidance of coach like you, that will be wonderful to get ahead a
Yeah.
lot more faster and better.
I would
Mm-hmm.
like to add one thing here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Uh, why we need gurus in our life? Because they have spent 100 years or 200 years of trial and error, and they have perfected their craft.
Yeah.
So when you reach them, you don't have to work for 100 years. You just know what has been already cracked, and you start from there. So
Mm-hmm.
that becomes your starting journey. So your guru can actually minimize your hard work.
Absolutely. And also there's less chance of making mistake because we learn from the mistakes, and like they already say these are the mistakes to avoid, these are the things to do. So less chance of making mistakes and then hand holding support. That's absolutely true.
So, so you don't have to eliminate the element of mistake.
Mm-hmm.
You will be making new mistakes. You will not be
Yes,
repeating the mistakes.
absolutely
And
true.
then that person becomes the different guru, the more modern guru, the more integrated guru.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we pass on the information, no?
Mm-hmm. Well, just out of curiosity, do you also teach occult science to other people who are interested in learning?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
I do
wonderful.
teach.
You do not
I
only
do teach.
coach to how to progress further or become a better individual, but you also teach if somebody want to become that. That's
Yes.
wonderful. There are very less people who does that. So thanks for doing that. That's wonderful. Impressive. Well, you also mentioned about few awards like the Women Empowerment Award and the Indian Icon Award. Do you think these awards has helped you in your journey, or how these awards has shaped you in your career?
Okay, so in this award story, it's not like I have won this award just like that. It is the group of five, six girls who I have helped in COVID times, and they reached a certain level, and they were, talking about me to different people. They got me more clients, like paid clients, because they were not struggling with the money. So I did that for free. And it happened that my story went to somebody who was conducting these women empowerment award, and I got an award after I have impacted people's life, so that award was just like a validation from the universe. You are doing the right thing.
Yeah,
Then a
that's
person with the very high authority background, he referred me to the icon award, Indian icon award, because that person got really good help from me, and he advanced in his career so much. His impact was 10x what he
mm-hmm.
more than what he was expecting. So he was like, what can I do for you? This cannot be reimbursed by money. So then, without telling me, he referred me to some authority, some people, and they got me this award.
Yeah, that's what it said. When
So
you do good, people tend to help us, and then the complete energy helps us to move towards our goal of like bigger impact and bigger success. That's
yeah,
wonderful. That even before you got the award, you were already creating the impact. You were already had
yes,
that testimonials, people who were there for you, like saying that I got
yes,
helped and all of those things. And then you got the award. And that took that
yes,
referred by your own clients that you should go for it,
oh
get that
yes,
award because you have changed my life.
yeah.
Well, moving on, I would like to ask, as you mentioned that your vision is to impact billions of lives. So how do you see it happening? What's your steps to move towards that?
Mhm. Okay, so my mission is to touch 1 billion people spiritually. I don't want to, go and tell them that you need to change. I am changing And if I'm doing something right, something in them, the God element in them, will help them to navigate themselves towards me. And it has been happening like that only. I hardly try to find clients. Clients
Mm-hmm.
find me. I think it is the whole equation of being an empath, attracting people who need healing. So by the word
Mm-hmm.
of mouth, originally people are coming forward for getting the help. Otherwise, I do have a social media, although I'm not very active on it. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, whatever important information I feel, because I want to keep away from the electronics, and for my sadhana, it is very good that I get good insights, good download for the people. The readings are more accurate and correct if I'm lesser available to the electromagnetic fields of the computers and the phones. So I put lesser content, but yes, I do put out content on Instagram with the name Mystic Grace. It
Mm-hmm.
is MYSTTIC, Mystic Grace. Okay,
That,
so I
mhm.
put out there, and that's how people connect with me.
That's wonderful. I remember, as you mentioned, that you do not take more consultancy. You have like specific number, which
Yeah.
is five every day, which is quite
Yes.
less, but you want to give that quality to everybody who ever come in contact with you, and having that bigger vision in your mind that you would like to impact 1 billions of life. That's wonderful. That's so nice of you that you are looking forward to work for the society and make society a better, happy place, away from all frustrations, negativity, lack of clarity. This is such a nice career.
Actually, Actually, my own process takes at least 3 to 4 hours. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if I am working on myself to prepare myself for the readings, I need at least 4 to 5 hours every day. So I cannot do more than 5 readings. Plus, it is an energetic work. Okay, I am using my own energy. So I need healing time also between the sessions, in the sessions for the clarity, more accurate reading. So I cannot do more than 5 readings a day. That is my thing. But then
Mm-hmm.
in future, I'm willing to expand and keep people under me. My students will also help, so I can extend myself to more clients. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. That definitely makes sense since you have already started teaching people, and once you have
Yeah.
that people ready to support you, and you're gonna help like a
Yes.
lot more people and make that ripple effect of helping each other and bigger society, bigger impact. That's really wonderful.
Hmm.
Well, this is for the listeners, whoever is listening to us right now. Let's say that if they are feeling lost and if they have some sort of confusion and clarity in their mind, what is that one suggestion you would like to give it to them so that they can make better and wiser decision in their life?
Okay. So if you're lost, you need grounding for sure. Grounding comes from the reality check that what you are not doing to achieve what you really want to do. So sometimes people are lost because they're influenced by the other people's success. So
Mm-hmm.
looking into your own life, your own reality, and accepting that, the acceptance part has to be there. That this is me, this is who I am, this is where I am placed. And now, if I want to be that person, what steps I have to follow, what process I need to follow. Along with the occult science, you need to be an action taker. Brahma,
Mm-hmm.
Vishnu, Mahesh, the creator,
Mm-hmm.
the doer, and the preserver, and then the
Mm-hmm.
Shiva. You become detached
Sorry.
from the outcome.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you need to accept your reality in order to take the right decisions, do the right work in order
Mm-hmm.
to achieve what you want to do. So first, ground yourself into your reality. That is the first step. Then you take inspired actions to achieve your goal.
Mm-hmm. Well, in order to feel like by the term feeling lost, I meant don't know whatever ground. I don't know what you meant by grounding, but
Grounding.
daily work, daily course we are doing, going to work, looking for to get ahead of ladder in the corporate world or in the personal world as well. So, but unclear whatever we are doing, whether are we doing it in the right direction, whether it's right or wrong, lots of option, lots of thing to do, but don't know uncertainty. How to get clarity on that and less
Okay,
puzzled.
I can give one example. You must be knowing that a corporate employee and a businessman, they both draw different amount of money at the end of the month. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Corporate employee always have lesser amount than the business person,
Yes, absolutely. That's
and the
true.
business person are often college dropouts, uneducated people, or they are people who have loads of responsibilities from the family or from the society at some given point of time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what is the difference between the two? Can you
Um,
guess?
since the very beginning might be there might be things clear that school, college, corporate world, and then job, but this dropout things might be very messed up, no clarity, don't know what to do in for the college dropout, and then somehow business came in the picture and then started doing business, and then again unsure how far this business will go, but they wanted to do the business properly, they put their whole energy into them, and they wanted to work for their own family, bringing growth, and then the food. Yeah.
Actually, the thing is, it's the mindset. Okay. A person who is well educated or too much educated, he's focused on bringing the money back which he has spent on the education.
Mm-hmm.
But a
Yeah.
businessman knows he needs to have a big house, big car, all the expenses to all his desires. So he does not focus on money.
Mm-hmm.
He focus on the volume which he wants to manifest in his life. And for that, money becomes the transport. Like money helps him to achieve all those goals. So the businessman is very clear what he wants in his life.
Yeah.
But
So in
educated is influenced and distracted.
absolutely. So maybe it could be the reason that the bigger goal and the smaller goal, the for the corporate, the goal is very small. Just want to get the return of whatever I have spent. And for the bigger goal, business side, like big house, big imagination of like good, happy family, big car, and good life. And that's.
Actually, what happens is the corporate people are into a structure where they have a boss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they are more of followers type.
Yeah,
But a
absolutely.
businessman is a doer, is a boss himself. He doesn't have any excuse. An employee can has an excuse, but a boss cannot have an excuse because he has end of the day he has to pay the salaries,
Absolutely true.
right? The clarity why he needs that kind of money and why he has to work 24 hours is very clear. If he will
Mm-hmm.
not work this much, he will not have that money, and he will be uh, cut out from all the luxuries he has in his life of time. So the luxury is time, exactly. The money is just the facilitator.
Mm-hmm.
But in
Yeah.
corporate people, if you say, they talk about money more, and that is why they are away of it. If you have something, you will not talk about it.
Yes.
But if you don't have something, you will talk about it. That is the projection of your own lack in your mind. If somebody does not
Mm-hmm.
have money, will talk about money all the time. He
Absolutely
will
true.
not see why he wants to earn the money.
Yeah.
Money is always a facilitator. Money is not everything. Money
Mm-hmm.
is just a facilitator. So the
But
businessman,
so for both of
yes,
them, businessman, he also wanna move ahead in the ladder and then have better life. For the corporate one, it's
yes.
the same thing. So how, like in general, they can move ahead and get better clarity.
So again, it is the play of vibration. If you
Mm-hmm.
are in a high vibrational energy, so you will never feel that something will be suddenly removed from their life. Like it can be money, it can be water, it can be food. So they can waste it. They can just throw away water. They will not care about it. But when you talk about corporate people, they will hoard everything. They will not waste food. They will not waste water. So this is the vibrational thing. I'm not saying to waste food or waste water, but I'm just talking about the mindset. When a person thinks he has or she has something in abundance, that is a
Mm-hmm.
high vibrational thought. And with occult science, we can make a low vibrational person a high vibrational person
Mm-hmm.
by following a certain ritual.
Yeah.
Okay, which
Well,
a wealthy person does it on a regular basis with consistency. The consistency creates the impact.
yeah, absolutely. Well, you also mentioned that self-awareness and self-awareness and then self-recognizing what we are doing and then thinking about the other person, first helping our own self. What belief do you have around this? And then why do you say this?
So when you are self-aware, first thing, you waste less resources and you use them more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you have your youth, okay, youth is a very big resource in occult science also. If you see a lot of black magic and white magic that happens around the youth,
Mm-hmm.
okay, because youth is a very big blessing. It's a divine essence or it's a divine matter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you talk about occult science, we talk about divine matter, and then we need to improve on our divine matter inside of us. So when we are changing or improving or evolving, as I say, we also enhance the divine matter in us. And when we
Yes,
become high vibrational, we start attracting everybody who wants to transform their life. So when
that's
you become self-aware, you awaken, you
mm-hmm.
evolve, you become high
Absolutely.
vibrational, and that's how you gather a lot of things.
Well, that's wonderful. Yeah. Well, for the people who would like to come in contact with you and learn more about this, how can they can get in touch? If you could share your contact details.
Yes. Yes, so there is one way that is Instagram, as I've already mentioned. It is Mystic Grace, MYSTICGRACE. Mystic Grace, MYSTICGRACE. Or otherwise, there is a phone number on which I do have a WhatsApp, WhatsApp chat available. It is +91 98 212 65666. This is also according to numerology, mobile numerology, which I do. So everything in me, if you will go around, it will be all astrological, numerological. So you can also get all these enhancers in your life. It is +91 98 212 65666.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Grace, for joining us. It was really a very insightful session where I have personally learned so much about everything, the tarot card reading. Thank you so much for sharing all the insights.
The glow on your face and the happiness which you have of awareness right now is my reward. Thank you so much
I'm,
for saying that.
I'm pleased. Thank you. Well, to our viewers now, thank you so much for joining us today on Amy TV channel at Ek Mulaqat. We'll see you next time. Till then, Amy TV channel, the channel of your choice. Thank you.